Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I don't know if you can hear, but Doug's cat is on the other side of the wall and he scratches on his water dish. Um, when he was little, his mommy died, and they would clean themselves by they get their paws wet and groom themselves, or they would sneeze on their paws and groom themselves. The strangest thing, and he's still a very strange cat. So sorry, Bob, but it's true. So anyway, cheers. I watched Rabbi Simon Jacobson, part of what he was talking about this morning because it was he was answering questions somebody had written in and asked, as being Jewish, with all the things that were going on, like in the universities and whatever, should they like fear and maybe flee to Israel, or and I knew he was going to say no. And another question was, if you go to Israel, it said that like you should stay there once you get back to your motherland. And for the ones that come back, or like basically what are like the rules with this or whatever, and he answered the person by yeah, you should stay there if you get there, unless you're on some type of mission or whatever. Yeah, he's got a mission to spread his religion in the Native Americans country. I'm sick of everybody's religion, aren't you? I mean, I don't think you could find anyone more than me that has faith in God. I mean, actual faith. I know a lot of people pay lip service to the whole thing, but I am just so sick of everybody's shit. It's just, it's, ugh, I can't stand it. It's like, what? Okay, number one, the Native Americans don't want to be converted into Judaism. They did not want to be Christians when they were murdered to make my ancestors do that. And no, I would recommend, if you get back to your motherland that you love most of all, that's absolutely what you should do. Because speaking for the Native Americans, we don't want you here when you don't love us as much as you do your motherland. That's pretty simple. you know, that's my thoughts. And you should, as I feel, nobody's nobody's got the right to push or insist. You're on a mission in another people's country? No. No, 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 no. Nope. Quit pretending they don't believe in the father, who they call great grandfather, or the great spirit. Just stop it, because in ultimately it's the dark force of the female counterpart of the dark force that is patronized in Judaism and Zionism. And the thing is, they're trying to keep that energy, like that muse of the situation, in the flesh, and keep making money off of that situation, and not letting the father and the mother's spirit come together in peace. They're trying to kill them and separate them and keep one so they can have control over the whole thing. I can't prove it, but this is what's going on. I'm sick of everybody's religion. I mean, I have respect and I honor it, but just fucking quit. Shut up. Go away. We don't want to hear you. We know you're a liar. We know that you're money scheming con artists. We're sick of you. That's pretty clear, isn't it? For the rabbi and the dark cabal and the Zionist churches, shut up. up. We're sick of your shit. We have God in our heart too. Everybody's on their own level. Be quiet and go away. My mission is to make sure your scriptures and untruths are uh, twisted right, put back to where they're supposed to be instead of perpetuating lies. I'm not going to let it go by. And I don't care who's responsible, how bad they cry, poor me, with 6 million people in that heritage genocided and 100 million in my country that you're on a fucking mission to change? No, no, I don't care. I really don't. So people assume that others want to take on their personification of what it is to be human. No. We all have our own personalities and our own thoughts about God, and I don't care to be bundled up in that with anybody, especially the ones that will approve of murder or tell me they're chosen. You're chosen to do things right, or your temple will be destroyed for at least the third time. That is your indication right there. It always has been, hasn't it? As um, Jewish persuaded people. And look in your scriptures, the Gentiles get the word first. That's curious, isn't it? And the word's written on our hearts. So what does that mean to you? We were chosen to get the word first. What is that? That means that grafting into another one's family is not the same as grafting into their religion. To love people all as a human family, but don't force your beliefs or even try. Don't presume you're going to succeed for too much longer in the United States of America with your bullshit. Okay, that's my bottom line. And everybody that feels the same about the big banks and all the bullshit, fiat currency, your fakeness, your fake rituals, your fake sacrifices to appease yourself, you're not appeasing God. God, we're made in his image. Oh, no, we're not just made in God's image. We have his heart, or you don't. You're making friends with this world in that way, making excuses for being on a mission in somebody else's country. I don't care how long ago you think your forefathers came. Go get away. Man, that's just rude, you know? And of course, and then one thing he did say, and I totally agree with, that these students that have been harmed by other students, like in a university, yes, take legal actions against all that. I absolutely agree. Anybody that's ever assaulted, like the people responsible for even up until Wounded Knee in my state. If you had seen women and children hanging naked in the street. Just think about this now. In Minnesota, right here in my state, and it's still being ignored. What do you think about that? This was by the approval by the crown with the currency that's backed by the people I'm speaking about that are on a fucking mission. Yeah, let the mission bells ring for whom the bell tolls, right? Tolls. Yeah, toes. Yeah. Anyway, it's just not right. The thinking process is warped. That'd be like me going over to Tahiti and saying, well, we don't dance like that in my church. So we got to teach you how to stop that. Maybe buy them some wool coats and some yarmulkes or something, and make them cover up when they jump in the ocean or something. All these stupid little. Maybe they need to do sacrifices before they do a happy dance. I'm sure that'll please God. you know, Societies that can actually lower their gazes, even half dressed, and have more integrity than these people who think that they're righteous because they're stuffy like that, you know. And I did back in the day, and this is the way I felt too. I'd wear my bikini to the beach. Not all the time. Sometimes I'd wear my one piece. But if I wanted to get some sun, I usually went to a pretty secluded place. But if somebody was looking at me the wrong way, it's like, I'm at the beach, dude. I'm not laying in a bed. I'm not going to wear a wool coat just because you can't control yourself. You know, Eh, on a certain level of thinking, if you get my meaning. you know. Although there are some really cute swimsuits, but you cannot get your tummy tan with a one piece on, right? So, so anyway, I had different suits for tan lines, so I wouldn't get just like one spot all messed up on myself. So anyway, and yes, sunshine is good for us. Boy, it's hot here today. I'm gonna check, it's gotta be 80 something at least, and it's humid. There's more rain coming in tonight. Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard them fixing our road out there yet, so it might just turn into a lake. I've got a video on my channel here with the water across the road. The road looks like a small lake. It's pretty cool. And then I think I brought a coffee can down with me to show just how deep the water was running right in front of our driveway. I think it was about the depth of a coffee can, like maybe 9 or 10 inches. Pretty deep. Yeah, I'm trying to pull up this front page of my stuff here. No way. 91? Wow. Okay. I believe it. I shared a good song by Godsmack called Voodoo. A lot of people don't know when you're in the womb. It's like you got bit by a snake. It's uh the dualness of where we're inhabiting. Um I'm trying to make this. I pulled up a page and it won't go away now. I have to just wait a minute, I think. Um so anyway, about voodoo. Um and it is like God with amnesia. It's like or you with amnesia, not really understanding why you're here, not understanding that you were poisoned right from the beginning, you know. Um oh, I think I froze myself. I did. Okay, come back. All right. I clicked off my one thing, and then I'm sure you can probably see me. Maybe not. It should come back up here in a minute. Come on now. It's not behaving. All right, come on. This would be a good day at the beach. for sure. I just clicked on my camera again and it's acting like it doesn't want to load because I'm already on here, but oh, here I go. I don't know if you saw me now. I'm freezing again. It's acting weird. It might be because of the weather. I don't know. It says mostly sunny, 91. So I can't blame it on the clouds, with the satellite dish. So we're going to be getting fiber optics probably, I think it was like the end of June or July, maybe. Somewhere by the end of summer, we should have less problems with our internet and a lot more speed. This is one of the biggest packages we could get through this crap HughesNet. Ugh, it's horrible. They have really the worst customer service. At least these people from our electric company, they're local. We can go talk to them if we have to, It's like, at least during, office hours. Or I think even too, I've called there a long time ago when I had phone service through them. They're pretty easy to get a hold of and talk. They used to be. God knows. I don't know. I don't know. Dealing with them to get internet service hooked up has been nice, but sometimes after they get you, they don't always treat you so nice, like a lot of things in life, right? So, yeah. So, really, we all have been poisoned, and with the propaganda and the lies that we've all been taught through everything. I mean, if you search Judaism and Zionism as deep, like I heard somebody, I mean, you don't have to turn satanic for God's sakes. Oh, come on. God's God, quit all this dark, stupid crap just to give yourself excuses for bullshit. Come on now. But I mean, I heard somebody saying it's true. He studied himself right out of the Christian religion, you know? What do you do? When you find out it's a lie, I mean, a lot of people, you're so stubborn, you're not going to study. You're not going to believe people that did or know other language. You could run into a literary major with a doctorate, a PhD, and you're going to tell them, I know more than you do because I have God in my heart. And he's going to say, well, I've God in my heart too, but I just don't have that name that you have, and I don't have the lies and the excuses to go along with it, you know? But yeah, the code to everything is in the King James. Um, there's a show I used to watch years and years ago. It was about true stories, and it would say on the end of it, I think it was Dragnet or one of them older cop shows, and it would say at the end of it or at the beginning, um, the names have been changed to protect the innocent. Well, on this in this extreme, the names have been changed to protect the guilty, like the Vril Society breeding lighter skin into people to hide their darkness from the world when we caught up with their bullshit as historians, linguists, chronologists, anthropologists. I mean, I could go on with all the sciences that we've come up with evidence now and proved out these people have been lying to us, you know. Still, the book of Revelation's going to hit hard because that's something they should never wrote and played with people. And what they wrote is going to come true on them. That's the thing. And that I know is a fact. And the Dark Cabal knows it too. Just that they let it out there, wrote it out there against people, not knowing that it actually was against themselves ultimately. So anyway, and that is what I'm saying is absolutely true. They're trying to turn people away from God. I mean, when you find out things are a lie, you might do like some people did, jump off the deep end on the other side. That is not the thing to do. You never go with the dark force. You will never help another human being lift their spirit by rolling with the one that controls this planet. Never. It's never going to work for you. You got to pay for that. That is not free. It's not a game. Take your pentagrams and stick them right up your Star of David asses with your satanic shit. Whether it be Judaism, Zionism, or Satanism, you're all the same. And you're not paying homage to the one true God, the one that controls this world. Well, he made a trade, and you're making a mistake. So that's a fact. Yeah, you're smart. You did your studies, but you got a little more to do that you don't. And that's where you're lost. People that are acting like that because you're stubborn. You won't dig deeper, even with your heart, let alone in literature. And yeah, it's going to be hard to find, but you're going to have to go to the roots of the situation, not something that came in between. Even some of them have been fudged. People take stock in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and I'm telling you, they are forgeries. A lot of the books in the Bible are, or the ones that weren't were taken out. You can't take a mom and a dad out of a situation and portray the baby as two men and a baby. It's like God and his son, and that's all there is. Or like Satan. Um, is only the God in heaven and God in. No, he does not have control in the afterlife. If that's any of your concern about what your afterlife will be, the true life. So, yeah, we need to learn our lessons here. We can't be stubborn about it. If you have God in your heart, it's never going away, and nothing you can learn will ever take that out of your heart. Do you have to have a name and a religion to prove that you have faith in our Creator? The one with the material, the energy, the force? Uno, uno. Just uno. Yeah, that one. You know? That's why I'm so sick of everybody's crap. Once you have a religion or a cult, you're set aside from everybody else. Do you really think that's the right thing to do? I mean, I think you do, a lot of people, but I'm telling you, it is the worst thing you could ever do to other humans. You know, you shouldn't be accepting of anything that's dark or sacrificial or ritualistic or any of that. And that goes for the Native Americans too. I'm serious. I mean, a ceremony like a wedding or a, a dance or a party to um, be thankful for like a Thanksgiving type thing, or yeah, normal human things. But um, actually cutting open a living animal and offering it, people got some fucking screws loose, let me tell you. What makes more sense? And moms, you know this. This is my body and my blood. Who gives that? Sounds like something a mother would do. The father thing, that's spiritual, you know. Although Satan's got his female counterpart there acting godlike, you know. Not that God doesn't have a female counterpart um, that most people don't abide by because that's the tenderness in the world that's going away, replaced by the coldness and the disgraceful crap in the world, you know. That's a reality. Excuse me. My hair is all crazy today. It's a lot of humidity in there. Yeah, it was a little hard to comb out last night. Brush out, I should say. Sometimes combs get stuck. But I was listening to a guy, Truth Tiger, talks about narcissism a lot, and both his parents were. He was raised in an Orthodox Jewish home. And then a friend of his got him into some meditation, and he felt pretty peaceful about it because he just couldn't like things like not eating meat and drinking milk within so many hours of each other. Where in the scriptures that actually says if they abide by the 10 Commandments and the 7 deadly sins they keep away from, and they have faith in God through the Christ Spirit, that they don't need those other laws like that with their diet and their food because they're pre-forgiven, you know. But they don't have faith like that. There isn't actually a religion that represents God in his best light, you know, which is best just not being, yeah, non-religious, but a believer in God. If you can't describe him, you can't describe a church for it. But people think they can, and like I said, and like that um people that say they have actually educated themselves out of their cult, you know. And when I see other people acting cultish, I'll nail you to the wall. I don't care. It's all bullshit. It really is. It's just another division thing. That's all it's all about. It's either for control or division. These people are not bringing you to God. We can do that for each other as people, but not representing anybody's cult. When something goes against human nature and it rubs me the wrong way, like there's blood involved, that you have to do certain little steps and do these little things and do that in order to be accepted by our Father, you and you don't think you have any screws loose, you know. Like thinking a priest can absolve you of your sins, or doing some type of penance, or counting how many Hail Marys are you going to count on your rosary beads. Do you really think these repetitive ritualistic actions are saving your soul? And when you don't do them and you're sitting at home all by yourself, how bad are you? You know, I mean, if you don't have a repentant heart and you don't walk knowing that you're trying to be as righteous as you possibly can for everybody else, then I guess you need to go confess your sins to somebody, you know, for real, because you're probably going to do it again. So you better have somebody else approving of you on that same level, because we all fall short. Well, that's your opinion, isn't it? So, anyway, it's not my opinion. I know people that have been misled and misguided, but they didn't fall short. They were led that way. I'm here to unscrew all that screwed up that people are living through for no reason besides other people's control. And it is mostly men. Oh, I love you in Christ. Yeah, I hear a guy tell another guy that. Mm. Oh, that reminds me, and this was the guy I'm talking about, Jonathan Kleck. It was funnier than shit. Do you know anybody that's gonna do hard labor like I used to? My dad did some mason work, haha, no pun. Um, that you wouldn't wear gloves when you were working manual labor, like something like digging with a shovel. If anybody, have you ever had them holes in your hand, you know what I'm talking about, where you're doing manual labor, even through your gloves. Sometimes it doesn't save you, and you end up putting band-aids on, and that almost makes it worse, you know. But him and his friend are out there digging some kind of something for a tree, I think, in their yard. And he said he felt sorry for this dude and went out and helped where they live. Well, the dude had a shovel, but he had gloves on. And then this Kleck holds up his hands like he's just, oh, and he's working so hard, working up a sweat. And I'm like, dude, do you know how stupid you fucking look right now to me? You know, I have gloves over there, leather ones, jersey ones, different ones, gardening ones, you know, cooking ones. Put something on your hands, stupid. But he doesn't know that. Do you know why? Because he's a con artist. He does not want to work. He does not know how to work. If he did, that wouldn't have happened. you know. But watch out for these people. Yeah, look at their hands. If they've never worked, you can tell because their hands will look as mealy as they do. And they're weak and they're trying to use their minds to make money. Well, sorry, we got brains too. We're not going to pay you for being lazy. Go get a job. That's what people do. We're sick of you con artists, cult believing con artists that say they believe in God, and you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You can't say, thou shalt not kill, and kill out of your same face. And either one is true or the other is. That's something you can't have it both ways. The first sin was murder, not pride, and I'll argue that till well, I don't care if my kid's proud. I do care, however, if he kills somebody. What's a sin? Pride? Come on, let's be logical here. Pride comes before the fall? No, it doesn't. If somebody's getting a little egotistical, you say, back down. Back down, Sparky. You got a fat head, you know? And they will normally if they have something that they can glue together inside there, you know. Doug suggested duct tape around these people that want to change everybody into their cult. I agree. Duct tape would work around the mouth. Lucky if we leave your nose open, but definitely shut that mouth. Yeah. Preach to your own cult. We're sick of you. We're sick of you lazy people trying to make money off of your religion, my opinion. And I'm not the only one with this opinion. I'm just speaking what I know is on a lot of people's hearts. This is how it goes. We believe in God the same one you do, or maybe not, but with that distinction or not, never presume you're above another, you know. And I'm speaking for everybody on that one, you know. I mean, we can see who the degenerates are out there. That's what I used to call Ellen DeGeneres. Degenerate. Yes, I know. She's part of that cult that we can't talk about. Well, I'm talking about it because they're all in bed together. They're all involved on this scam. The religion they want you to be, the one world religion, is called communism, where you could be a god unto yourself, but under the control of the state, it isn't going to matter. It's not going to matter who you serve. That's the ulterior motive in the whole thing. With all these religions and the languages that have been changed for this purpose, and why people that are scholars have to dig down logically and with truth, even if it hurts, and tell the truth to people, and where we found our information. And like I said, and I've showed you this over and over, anything I talk about, anything my heart desires that I want to show you, I'll find the information. God will put that information before me probably the same day I request it, if not even before, when I'm thinking about it. That's how it works for people with really good hearts. Yeah, the satanic force will help you in the same way. But you're gonna pay for it because you are not helping the world. You're helping yourself. And that is a big deal. So it's all the same God. And God controls Satan on this planet. And there is a time limit. And these are the things that the Dark Cabal does not want people to realize, because they want time to drag you down into the mire and keep you there so lost and confused that you're going to end up hating God because you think it's all a lie and he doesn't exist. And that's what's going on here. So I'm going to get this uploaded. I just really had to talk about that Judaism crap. Get it out of my country. Take all your religions and stick them somewhere, you know? All right, everybody. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day, wherever you're at. I thought I was gone.